What's going on, y'all? So we're gonna do something different this time. We're gonna do a account tour. We're gonna start off with Guild Wars 1 first. One of my favorite games of all time, minus RuneScape. But yeah, as you can see here, max level. Tried to get max level in the starting area because you get an extra achievement once you hit level 20 in the starting area. I never really came back to it. Kind of got bored after a while, but here's my character. She has fully ascended armor. You needed ascended and infused armor to fight the Mersot, because you can't see them and they just deal an intense amount of damage. So you have to go get your armor infused. And yeah, so we're going to just go in real quick and I'll show you where we are. We're not going to be here too long. I'm just going to show you my Hall of Monuments. All my minis. Didn't get that many achievements, but I tried to get as many as possible for the Hall of Monument points. I think I can't put down any more minis because some of these minis are... Let me see. Because there's supposed to be a button where you can add more minis. I don't think I can because I added as many as I could. Yeah. Then you get the Hero of Tyria achievement over here. Protector of Tyria. Eternal Hero. You get that by beating all the missions and all of the side quests in the missions. And then this is like the prestigious armor. Baham's Grotto Ascended armor. That's exactly what it looks like. It's not the best armor in the game. You know, some people got extra better armor looking than me, but I spent quite a few hours on it. So I have the Eye of the North and Prophecies expansion. Eye of the North expansion and the Prophecies, the base game. So yeah, let's get into Guild Wars 2. So here we are, Guild Wars 2. This is my alternate account. So this originally started back in 2017 when my account got banned for 240 days. And until this day, I still claim innocence because they accused me of using a third-party program to hack the game and everything like that. And I was transparent with my viewers and everything. A lot of people hate me, so they was like, "Oh God, good riddance. He finally got banned." And I was just like, "It's whatever." And so I eventually made an alternate account, and I bought all of the expansions again because that's how much I love Guild Wars. Even though they banned me on something I believe was false, I still supported the game and the developers until this day. I know I talk trash about Guild Wars a lot, you know, just because I just want to see them do good. It's one of my favorite games. And
Could be worse.
yeah, so here's my alternate account. So I made my character look like the Edgemaster. That's where my name comes from. Edgemaster is a character on Guild Wars. I mean, not Guild Wars. Soul Calibur. I'm sorry. And he is the master of all of the weapons, and you know, hence his name, Edgemaster. So I wanted to be one of those warriors in this game that knew how to play any warrior build. I wasn't trying to consider myself to be the best warrior in the game. You know, there's 100,000 people that play Guild Wars too. So I didn't want to consider myself to be the best, but I wanted to be the best warrior that knew how to play any warrior build. Hence the name Edgemaster. So that's where my little roleplay name comes from. So on this account, we're not really that rich. We don't really have that many achievements and stuff. I do have the mounts. I got 1,000,000 karma, 68 gold.
Mine.
So
All
my
mine.
stuff, for the most part, I got mounts. The only mount I go up to is up until the Griffin. I don't have the Siege Turtle and things like that on this account. And I don't have any legendaries on this account as well. This is mainly just for roaming and PvP. That's mainly what this account was made for. Let me see here. What else I can show? I can show you my world versus world rank. So basically, for years what I would do is I would make my armor look all like low level, like level 1. I would make my armor look like chainmail. Basically a Smurf account, so people would come up and fight me. They didn't know who I was at the time. And then when they would come up and try to fight me, I would demolish them in like 2 seconds and For a while, people didn't know who it was, but now everybody knows my alt account, so there's no use hiding anymore. Like everybody knows who I am, so I don't hide behind like trying to make my armor look low. And then my rank is my world versus world rank isn't low anymore. That's another way how you can trick players into thinking that you're a new player. Wearing basic gear. But here's the thing that people don't understand. You can't even go to World versus World when you first download the game. You have to at least hit level 70. And they removed the up level icon too. So you can't even see who's the up level anymore, because that's what you would do. You would just look for, oh, this guy's an up level. Just go kill him real quick. They used to have like a green arrow mark on your name. And basically that would make you level 80, but your stats wouldn't be level 80. So you would still be wearing like level 70, 60 gear, but you wouldn't be level 80. So people would just focus you as soon as they seen that. So what the developers did was they removed that icon from the side of your name, and yeah, people wouldn't be able to do it. So let me see. I'm gonna show you one thing I have real quick. I'm gonna show you my guild banks, because I'm the leader of every guild on even on my alternate account.
Act with wisdom.
So I have 3 guilds. One of my friends, he ended up quitting the game before he left, and he gave me his guild. It's called Tiny Trouble. And it's called that because me and my friend, we used to run warrior together. We used to be both Asura warriors, so we made our own guild called Tiny Trouble. And we would duo roam in the Borderlands and just, wreck shit. So before he quit the game, he gave me a weapon skin and he gave me his guild bank. So this is a memorial to him. I don't remember his name, sadly, but if he's out there, I hope he's doing okay. And he gave me his guild. And then this one is my own little guild. I didn't get the treasure trove, but I have a lot of items in here that I just been saving. I just been hoarding all these items. I mainly just use this bank for my legendary crafting. So anytime I was crafting a legendary, I would put all my items in here, and that would tell me how close I am to creating the next legendary. And of course, my main guild, I will make a QQ.
I have so
We
much
have
to
everything.
do.
We have, I organize this. I spend probably like 30, 40 minutes, not every day, but when I get the time to like organize this, I try to organize them by their rarity, the tier, things like that. What they are, bones, I try to organize. It's not as organized now, but I organize it as best as possible. And I just put all my excessive amounts of materials in here, like mithril and elderwood. It's just a lot of materials. So yeah, I'm gonna go show you my character select screen. These characters, I don't even play as them really. I only use these characters for like role playing videos. This one is just used for to troll you. That's why his name is Here to Troll You, because he's just a really tanky thief. You can run Daredevil and then you just run into like a group of like 50 people and just run around and troll them. I made like a ranger just to play with ranger and soul beast when I was bored with warrior, and Dr. Robotnik. I really don't play as NG, but this was just for fun, just to troll around, show people. And then Hottie the Oracle, when I was making my role playing videos, I made my character look exactly the same. And then in some of my role playing videos, it would have like Glint talking, like, oh, we are now here to fight or whatever. So every time you swap a legendary stance, Glint would talk. So I would use that dialogue from Glint in my role-playing videos. And then, yeah, this is Alahadi, the warrior roamer alternate account, stationed on Blackgate. So before we go into that, you just do /age and see how long you've been playing. It says you have played this character for 2,021 hours, 31 minutes over the past 1,875 days. Across all characters, you have played for 2,327 hours, 17 minutes over the past 2,209 days. That is a long time, especially for an alternate account. So, yeah, that goes to show you how true of a fan I am, starting with Guild Wars 1 up into Guild Wars 2. Now, you're going to be amazed when I show you the /age for my main account. You're going to be like, what the hell, bro? Alright, so here we are, the main account. Everybody knows, or for the most part, everyone knows the Edgemaster, Hottie the Edgemaster. So I have 12 characters. The Armacong Archmage. She has the special hairstyle with the earrings that you can only get from choosing a certain option. You can look it up on YouTube how to get this hairstyle. It's a hidden hairstyle that you can't get naturally. I don't know why they didn't add it to the game. But I try to have one of each race. I don't have a Norn though. I have a Norn only on my alternate account. 'Cause I don't like Norn. They're just big and goofy. Doctor Different, he's an elementalist. I have a lot of Hottie characters. Dr. Hottie Strange, Astrophysicist Hottie, she's an engineer. Quantica is my PvE Mesmer that I help with Mesmer portals and things like that. Cool Girl Smurf is a thief. Seilu is another character I like to play as. She's my ranger. She's my go-to 100% map completion on her. This is my first character, original character I used to play as Guardian. I deleted her years ago and then requested ANET to recover this character, so they brought her back to life, basically. And I try to make her like a black elf. And her name is Ahadi. Pokemon leader Hottie is a ranger. I have a lot of Hottie characters, like I said. The Edgemaster, my go-to. He's supposed to resemble me, you know, strong black man. And then I have Asa the Firstborn, who's another roleplay character. If you ever watch my role-playing series, I played the whole core game and Heart of Thorns using Asa, because if you play Heart of Thorns playing as a Savari, you'll get a different, like a playthrough playing as Savari, because Morjamoth will actually talk to you and everything, which I thought was really cool. A lot of games don't have that little attention to detail. But I made sure I made a Sylvari and then played through Heart of Thorns so people can get that extra dialogue of Morjamoth talking to him. And then, last but not least, well, he was the first one when he first came in here. She was the first one, Heidi the Edgemaster. So we're going to go into her and show you everything. Oh, we're in the memory of old Lion's Arch. You actually start here when you log out? I didn't know that. I guess it worked kind of like Armitage Bastion. Like the little portal scrolls. So yeah, I think I've completed just about all you could do in Guild Wars. Got the legendary armor. Let me see how many legendaries I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 legendaries. Now let's do /age. So I had 2,000 hours on my alternate account. Let's do /age for this account. You have played this character for 12,000 hours, 12,092 hours, 11 minutes over the past 3,317 days. Across all characters, you have played for 17,000 hours, 17,678 hours, 56 minutes over the past 3,535 days. God damn, that's a long time to be playing this game. 12,000 hours, that is a long time. So I'm gonna do, since I'm already here, I'm gonna show you what the old Lion's Arch looked like. This achievement took a long time to get. I've been trying to get this achievement for months, but you need to get Lion's Pride Key to visit the old Lion's Arch. And the old Lion's Arch is basically the game before, you know, Scarlet Briar showed up and started destroying everything. So this is where I also made my first Ascended armor set. I was making knights back in the day. Back in the day, we had 5 trait lines instead of 3. That's how long I've been playing, when we had 5 trait lines, and the trait lines had stats under each of them. So yeah, I was here crafting my armor. I was like, finally, I'm making Ascended armor. I was understanding the game's mechanics and everything. So let me just show you what the old Lion's Arch look like. Here's the old bank. Not a lot of people are here, which is I like, because I like when there's not a lot of players. You feel prestigious. You feel like you've accomplished something when there's not a lot of people visiting here. Look at this guy. He's over here sitting down. Oh, it's a couple or something? This is like a couple. Who is this? Varion, Frostweave, and Claws of Lightforge. They over here sitting on each other's lap. So they definitely either know each other in real life, or they just role playing right now. Here's the Mystic Forge. This is an iconic area. Yeah, you had to do a lot of meta events to get here. Here's the old bank. I remember everybody standing in here. This bank looked like an auction house because it has chairs and everything. There go Captain Yvonne Nashblade. He's just walking around. Got NPCs walking around. Occasionally they'll talk. Here's the chairs. I remember this area so vividly. I remember so many people just standing here selling and trading. I never was one of those players. There's every video game has that where you just have like a ton of players standing at the auction house or standing at a trading post or whatever they call it in their game. They just stand there and sell and trade all day. Like that's all they do. Manipulate the trading post. So I've never been one of those type of people. I'm not super duper rich, but I would consider myself to be a rich character. I have 300 gold on me right now. If I liquidate my bank and stuff, I'll probably have like 1,000 to 2,000 gold or something like that. Yeah, so you can't use mounts in here because I definitely will be flying around on my dragon if I could use my mount in here. But let's see here. I'm gonna swap my build and just put some swiftness on myself so we can run through this map a little bit faster. Here's the this is the middle lion's arch with the lion. That's why they call it lion's arch. Big golden lion up there. I remember this area so vividly. It's one of the best areas in the game to me, at least, because you can't come to this area no more unless you have that achievement and you have that old lion's arch memory key or whatever. You can visit this area if you play through the story, because they'll like have an instance where you come here, but you can't go like throughout the whole thing. The instance area is probably like this large, and you'll probably only be able to like view some of it. But yeah, so this is the lion's arch that I remember that I played through. Here's the vendors for the dungeons.
Will be revealed, courtesy of the consortium.
Now they made it. They changed the dungeon tokens. What did they change it to? I forgot. They called knowledge crystals or something. Tales of dungeon delving. Yeah. Yeah, so here's all the dungeon vendors. I think now in the new lion's arch, it's only like one vendor, and you can buy everything from two vendors. It's like one for armor, one for weapons. So yeah, you can just buy it all from one. This is the world versus world. I remember seeing all the people stand here for reset. They kind of still do that, but now they like scattered out. Sometimes they stand in lion's arch. Sometimes they stand in Armistice Bastion. I have that too. I have the Armistice Bastion, I have Silverfed, I have the Recharge and Teleport to Friend. I have a lot of gizmos and toys. I keep all of my World vs. World stuff up here just in case I need to use that. I have the portal. You get this from raids. At the beat Zera, I can use a Mesmer Teleport. What else I have? Oh, I have a Black Lion chest key. Let's open something up. See what we get. Oh, I don't have a chest on me though. I don't even know where I got that key from. That's probably from Roman. Look at all the passes I have. I have the Lily of the Elon pass. That's you only get that from buying the expansion, but then buying like the ultimate version. I have the Captain Airship pass, so I can get on the airship. I have the Arbor Stone. That's just a regular pass. Portal Tome, Hall of Monuments. I'll just be collecting these because I'm just like, I'm gonna sell them when I get to 250. I had the prototype position rewinder, my bad. And you can put down a mark. You see a little electric energy right there. You can teleport back to it. Birthday blaster, of course. Gleam of Sentience. Herda. If you get 250 bloodstone dust, you can turn it into an item. I have candy corn in my inventory because if you use all the candy corn and you just keep using it, you can make yourself throw up. So what I would do is when I kill a player in World vs. World, I would just stand over top of them and eat all this candy corn and then throw up on top of their corpse. So if you really want to BM somebody, make sure you have some candy corn in your inventory. So I have these safe slot boxes because when you use deposit materials, it won't deposit the item. So I would have the candy corn in my safe slot box, so I can BM people. Then I have this Exalted Portal Stone. That's where you can go to see Arrayne when she's still a baby. I carry around the Quest Tonic just for fun, just to have it so you can have that little visual. If you double click on it, you start seeing spirits and shit. You can start seeing like black spirits follow past you and everything. Like, what the hell? I have multiple builds set on my hotkey. So I have my regular one. I try to have like the celebratory infusion on it. So every time I wield my item, you can see that I'm a veteran. I've been playing for a long time. When you sheath your weapon or when you unsheath, you have like the Guild Wars 2 symbol pop up, which I thought was pretty cool. A little nice infusion that they give to the veteran players. The Spirit Quest tonic will go away in about 10 seconds, so it's not gonna be like that for long. But yeah, you can see like black spirits following you and everything. Other players cannot see that. Only you can see that. So it's kind of like you tripping out. But you can use that tonic as much as you want. You get that tonic from raids as well. Let me see here. What was I doing? I should get a chest so I can open it up. But yeah, I'm at the lighthouse right now. Let's go back to the not much is really in these areas. They kind of the same when you're in regular lines art, so it's nothing real big over there. I mean, if you want to see it, I can go over there. I'll just go over there real quick so you can see it. Yeah, I like the new legendaries too because they have a kill finisher. So when you take out a certain enemy, like lightning bolt will come down or fire or something like that will come down on top of them. I was so excited to see the Primordus one because I was like, I love fire. That's my favorite element. But the only thing is that these weapons don't have like an attribute to them. So for example, if I was to use, let me see. Okay, so forest. You see how it says weapon strength 966, and then at the very end, in parentheses, it says fire. So these weapons don't have that attribute. Like if I had Spark, the legendary sword, it would say lightning on it or something like that. So this doesn't have fire on it. Frostfang has ice. Let me see. Yeah, Frostfang has ice. I wish Eternity and Sunrise had, you know, a cosmic or something like that. So like a cosmic finisher that says fire or mystic or something. Let me see here. I don't think any of my other ones have any attributes on them. Yeah, only fire and I only have fire and ice. Eureka doesn't even have fire on it. Yeah, I only have two weapons with elements on it. So basically what that means is when you kill a NPC in the real world, whatever, sometimes they'll die a certain way. So if you would kill them with Frostfang, they'll get frozen and fall over like they got frozen. No effect will go off on them. They'll just fall over and be frozen. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, this is the old Lions Arts. There's nothing really spectacular about this area. It's just some houses and stuff like that. This is, and like I said, this is before Scarlet Riot showed up, so you're not really gonna see too much going on over here. They do have some dialogue. I think they might have a jumping puzzle here, but I don't think they have any achievements because this area is really hard to get to. And then you can get the achievements just being in the regular game. You don't actually have to come here to the old Lions Arts to get the jumping puzzle achievements and stuff like that. But I do wish you could use your mount here. That's the only thing I wish you could use your mount. So yeah, let's go back to the main map.
May the six watch over.
Yeah, so there's a few players here. Yeah, let me take out the chest. I always make sure I have chests in my bank. You gonna get anything good? No. Black Lion Lockbreaker Kit. What the heck does that do? Oh my god, that's so useless. Let me show you how many keys and things I got. I got 308 gold, 4 million karma, 6,000 spirit shards, 41 laurel. I used to have 1,200 research notes, 12,000 research notes. I don't even need transmutation charges anymore because once you get legendary armor, you can just transmutate anytime you want. Jade slivers, PvP, badges of honor. I'm always in World vs. World, so these items will probably never change because I just stay in World vs. World like all the time. I'm a roamer, so that's all I do is just roam. Geodes, I got hella keys. Look at the keys. I got the crest, bandit keys, airship parts, faux bars, beryllium, exalted keys, leyline crystals, shock acid. Like I just have so much of everything. Provisional tokens. You need these to make the legendary armor, which takes months to get. Like they literally lock this behind time gates. So this is for legendary armor too, the magnetite shards. Unbound Magic, trade contracts, all of this stuff. 18,000 war supplies, Tyria defense seals. The only thing I don't have is gems, of course. I don't do guild missions, PvP tourneys, your trader. I used all my trader keys, blue profit crystals, legendary insights. I'm done with that. Don't want to get that anymore. Unstable fractal essences. I don't play fractals that much, so you're not gonna see me with a lot of fractals. But yeah, here's all my gizmos and toys at the Shadow Menders, the Sun Spirit Paragon. You can like summon them. I think I can show you. And they have certain effects that go off when you summon them. So let me see here. I can't summon. Oh, okay, I summon her here. And she'll cast spells on you and stuff like that. Quickness, Song of Power, apply quickness, recharge all skills when removed. It don't recharge all skills. It might be a bug. I don't know why it says recharge all skill. But the Raven Shadow Tonic, this is really good too, because this thing actually hits pretty hard and it gives you swiftness. But that tonic actually does a decent amount of damage for like a little miniature pet. And also when you use that, they are on a 29-minute cooldown, 30-minute cooldown, so you have to wait. And this one revives players when they go down, the Shadow Menders. But yeah, I love using the Sun Spear, because I was like, the Sun Spear, I remember them from Guild Wars 1, and they were in the Crystal Desert, and they were like these protectors of the Crystal Desert in the Lona. So I was like, oh yeah, I can't wait for Path of Fire to come out, so I could you know, revisit the Sun Spears again. But the Sun Spears, they don't see. When I was
Statistically speaking,
Path of Fire was coming out, I thought Warrior was gonna get spears. I was like, oh damn, I can't wait to see Warrior with a spear, because spears are underwater weapons. They're not actually on land. I was like, either Warrior's gonna get a spear or they're gonna get a staff. But they didn't get either. They got daggers. And what they say is, you know, the Sun Spears got disbanded because of Joko or whatever was going on in the desert while, you know, you were away for 200 years. Because Guild Wars 2 is like 250 years after all of that. So, yeah, a lot has happened in that time. But some of them still use spears. But for Spellbreaker, they use daggers. And basically, they say the daggers are the tip of the spears instead. And then they learn how to remove magic for mages and stuff like that. That's why Spellbreaker is so good at removing boons, because they're like the counter for fighting mage classes. So basically, a Spellbreaker is like a mage, a battle mage, if you want to think about it like that. Berserker is more like a, you know, primal guy. He's just, you know, using his rage to fuel his damage. And then Bladesworn is more like, I don't know what real role Bladesworn plays, but Bladesworn is like, they got this sword, this gun saber, that's what they call it, gun saber. And basically, the gun saber functions as a melee and a ranged weapon. And basically, they use their concentration to fuel their damage. They have these things called amber charges, so they reload amber charges into their gunblade. Amber comes from Echo Vault Wilds, so if you're in Echo Vault Wilds and you're like cutting down those trees, that's where the amber comes from, because the amber's magically infused. That's why when you do your slashes, they do so much damage, or you could do different type of slashes, because a warrior knows how to use the amber from the amber in Echo Vault Wilds and, you know, weaponize it. And only, you know, certain people know how to do that when they're reloading, because apparently they say the amber is volatile. I looked up into all of that. Like, I looked up at the lore and everything, and there's actually NPCs that, you know, explain that in the game too. So if you want to learn about it, you want to, you know, just play the game. I highly recommend playing Guild Wars 2 and just being indulged in the world and just, you know, experiencing everything. Like, just take your time, because the game has a lot to offer. Like, so much dialogue, so many things that you probably missed over, because it's just so much. Like, I probably haven't experienced everything, but I've experienced a lot that Guild Wars has to offer, because I took my time playing through the game. And then, you know, I make role-playing videos, so I also go back and look at the lore, or I'll visit Wooden Potatoes videos to get like an updated view on everything. Like, that's how much I love the story. Like, sometimes the story don't make sense when I be watching my role-playing videos, and I'll just rewatch. I'm like, man, that didn't make sense. But I would say that my favorite expansion will be Path of Fire, because just the build up to it. Heart of Thorns was good class-wise. I think they had a real diverse class system when it came to Heart of Thorns, but when it came to the story, Path of Fire probably had the best story out of all the expansions because the build up was just so amazing. You had to fight a god and things like that. Hopefully, I'm not spoiling anything, but you know, it's been out for a while, so I'm pretty sure if you playing End of Dragons right now, you probably caught up on everything. So I'm pretty sure I'm probably not spoiling anything. Oh, this is a jumping right here. I know that. Diving. Probably not gonna get nothing. I already got the achievement for that. So, yeah, probably not gonna get anything. Not hard, just tedious. I'm just responding to my guild chat. But yeah. I'm doing an account tour right now. All right, so yeah, that's it. I think I pretty much went into just about everything. I showed you my legendaries. If you want to see my builds, you can visit my builds on my channel. They're all on my channel. But yeah, I think I just about showed you everything. I beat everything, like End of Dragons. I beat Ice Brew Saga. I beat Season 4, Path of Fire, Season 3, Heart of Thorns, Living World 2. And I just recently beat Living World Season 1 just to get here to the old lines art. So I've literally done just about all you could do. Or experience every game mode that you could experience. There's World vs. World, PvP, raids, fractals. Fractals are like mini raids. They've been updating them to look like mini raids. I don't have 40,000 achievement points like some players, but I just do the achievements that I want to do because a lot of the achievements have armor skins under them. Like for example, some hard armor skins that would get was like the Requiem set. That was pretty hard to get. What else was hard to get? The blooming armor and the mist shard plate. That was pretty, tedious and hard to get. The Ornate Guild armor. That's pretty cool. You got the PvP armor, then the Hellfire. You get the Hellfire from achievement chests. I got the Hellfire set on my Condi build, so that's my Condi build right here. I can show you the build. It's pretty standard. It's nothing serious, nothing crazy. It's all just like Trailblazer, or you can run whatever you want. Condi is just way too easy to play in this game, so you're not going to have any difficulty making a Condi build. It's really simple. I think Power takes more skill because you have to do setups. You have to anticipate when the opponent is going to attack you and things like that. So you have to know when to set up. Condi, you could just run in there and be like, all right, I'm just going to put a whole bunch of Condi on them and just wait for that damage over time to get them. But also applying Condis is pretty skillful too because some people might have like Condi clear and a Condi clear build. So what you want to do is you want to apply some conditions to them, but not too many. You just apply like a soft burst, just so they can expend their Condi clears, and then you want to hit them with the real story. But yeah, I think I showed you just about everything. I showed you my guild banks. I showed you my armor. I showed you my inventory. If I show you my inventories for my other characters, it's nothing real serious. They mainly just got like obsidian shards on them and like a whole bunch of bloodstone dust and imperial shards because my other characters are mainly just used for bank storage now. Like I have so much materials and so much items that I keep getting that it like floods my inventory. It's just like I can't do anything. Like Guild Wars 2, they do this on purpose. Like they give you these boxes and then they put boxes inside of boxes, and it's just like, what the hell? I got so many goddamn boxes, and they do that on purpose so you had to spend money to buy more boxes. Buy more inventory slots. So let me see. I'm gonna show you real quick. So one of my characters that I have storage on would be, I would say like, it's like a character I really don't play that much. So I put all my items on like a character I don't play. So that'll be like this guy right here, like the Elementalist. Let me see here. I'm just gonna load in real quick. So he'll have like all of the obsidian shards and stuff on him. Yeah, you see that. And I've been holding on to this for years because I'm like, maybe eventually we'll use these items, but it's been so many years that it's just like we're probably never gonna use these items ever. So it's no real point in keeping this item. So yeah, I think I showed you just about everything. Hold on, I'm gonna go in, try to see if I can find some more items for you. Some more things you might not have experienced yet. Back in the old Lions Arts. My magic find is 333. You can make it even higher with the infusion. I got that infusion. It's a little spirit that follows you around, a little otter spirit. I don't really feel like magic find affects me, but I do notice that when I'm playing on my alternate account, which has like 100 magic find, I do notice that I get like I don't get as many rare items as much, but it's not really that noticeable. I don't know how to really explain it, but I do notice that I get richer or I get more money faster on my main account than my alternate account. So I don't know how much magic find affects you or what the cap is, but I don't really go off into trying to cap magic find. I just be like, yeah, it's there if it's there. I'll have it if I have it, but other than that, I don't really care. So I got 185 plus gold find, 24 karma gain, 36 experience gain, 313% magic find. And then I could probably get more magic find because I just be keeping these 250 essence of luck in my inventory. I keep all my weapon skins, all my legendary weapon skins. I try to order them by, you know, the way you fought them. So you fought Zaitan first, then you fought Mojamov, then you fought Krakatork, and then you fight Jormag and Primordus at the same time because they can only destroy each other. Mojamov dies from the mind. He controls the mind. That's why you had to go into his mind and kill him. Zaitan controls undead, and then Krakatork is like he could see into the future and things like that. What? So the way you had to trick him was that Irene dies, but she comes back to life because she ate Joko, and Joko had the magic to keep coming back to life. So now Irene has that undead magic. So Krakatork couldn't see into the future that Irene comes back to life, and that's how you be able to beat Krakatork, because you need the blood. You need the blood. His spears, and then you go into his mouth, and then you hit his heart with the spear, and he's like, mother, and then that's how Ender Dragon comes, because you find out, spoiler, that Suwan, the dragon for End of Dragons, Suwan is the mother of all dragons. She's a water dragon, and she, you know, explains that she shaped all of the dragons because the magic in the world was becoming imbalanced, so she had to create all of these other dragons to balance out that magic. So she's the mother of Glent, she's the mother of Krakatork, she's the mother of every dragon. I forgot where she comes from. I think she was just already here. She was just sleeping somewhere underwater, under the deep sea. And then Cantha was keeping her protected as well. They was like, we can't let anybody know that we got a dragon contained. But she wanted to be contained. It was just like by her choice. It wasn't like, you know, they was keeping her captive. She was being contained on purpose. So that was a really good story. I liked it. It was kind of short, and it had a lot of filler. But at the end of the day, it was an okay story. It was pretty okay writing. But one of the things I can commemorate Guild Wars 2 for doing is they have really good voice actors. For you know, old game like Guild Wars, like came out 2012, 2013. So yeah, it has pretty good voice acting for an old game, especially an online game. So it plays kind of like a single player game, and then it plays like a multiplayer game, like you play with other people. But a lot of the achievements require other players, so that's why I fear trying to get these achievements like later on, because if you don't get them now, it's gonna be hard to try to get all of the players to, you know, join for these events, because like nobody's playing them anymore. So I try to get the achievements when they first come out, when the maps are populated. But if you look at a lot of the achievements, you will see that they have a lot of achievements to have characters or players go back and just revisit a lot of early stages of the game, like the core game, for example, like to get the legacy armor or whatever, the birthday armor or whatever, the 10-year anniversary armor. They have like go complete 10 meta events in the core game, so you go back and you play with like all of the old players, old, you know, or the Steam users basically. You just go back and play with all the Steam users. So yeah, I think that's I think I gave you a full tour of my account, all of my items, all of my bank, my gold, my legendaries. Yeah, I think that's everything. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all then. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and all of that good jazz. You know what I'm saying? So y'all been rocking with me for this long. Maybe we'll have 10 years together after that, right? So let's do it one more time. /age. I've been playing for 12,000 hours, probably even more. And yeah, because I got multiple warriors. So I have like, I got 12,000 hours on this warrior. Then I got like 3,000 on the other warrior. Hold on, let me see. 12,000 on this warrior. Let's see how many hours I got on this warrior. Let's go see how many hours we got real quick. So that said 12,000. I had 2,000 on my alternate account. I probably don't have that many on this character because I don't play it that much. But this warrior is mainly used for fractals. Like, I have all of the infusions on this armor, on this warrior. So let me see here. I have 152. I actually have 160 infusion. Let me see. What build is it on? And I don't even remember what build this on. But basically, I have 160 infusion, agony infusion. There you go. Yeah, 161. Yeah, because that's the max you need to play the last fractal. So 160 agony infusion. How many hours? Yeah, age. I only have 1,000 hours on this warrior. So yeah, that's like 3,000. Yeah, like I would say about 15,000 hours on warrior. 15,000 hours on warrior. That's crazy. You can't tell me I'm not a master warrior if I play 15,000 hours. Yeah, that's my account. I try to make him look like Guts from Berserk. That's why he got all black on. And he's just my go-to when when people see me out there, they're like, oh man, he got all black on. You know what that means. He a griefer. He gonna come fuck your shit up. But alright, y'all. I'll see y'all then, and thanks for watching. Peace.